Okay, imagine this. You're suddenly feeling, well, adrift. Maybe overwhelmed by a challenge you just never saw coming.
Like a big shakeup. A job loss, perhaps? Or a global crisis, even.
Exactly. Or maybe a really deep personal setback. But here's the thing. What if facing those tough times isn't purely about survival? What if it's actually about uncovering, I don't know, a deeper strength?
Or even finding some joy you didn't realize you had.
Right, that hidden capacity.
That's precisely what we're diving into today. This whole deep dive is really about getting grips with resilience. You know, that incredible human ability to bounce back.
And not just bounce back, right?
No, crucially, it's about how we can actively build it. Our mission here is to explore how you can not just cope when life throws those intense curveballs, but actually thrive. And maybe, just maybe, find real joy within that process, turning hardship into a journey of growth, real discovery.
Okay, so let's unpack that word, resilience, because it sounds like it's much more than just snapping back to how you were before.
Oh, definitely. At its heart, resilience is the ability to get through adversity, but also to rebound from those negative hits.
And you become stronger.
And become stronger because of them. That's the key bit. And what's really critical to get is that it's not some fixed trait. You're not just born resilient or not resilient.
Ah, okay. So it's learnable.
Absolutely. Experts really stress this. Resilience is a set of skills you can learn. Pretty much anyone can develop them.
So it's accessible.
Totally. Think of it like this. There's that great analogy. Resilience isn't about dodging the storm.
Right.
It's about learning how to dance in the rain.
I like that. It implies action, choice.
Exactly. It's that shift in perspective, moving away from just avoiding struggle to actually engaging with it. That's everything.
And that dancing in the rain idea, it really captures the active part, doesn't it? We saw this so clearly, maybe more than ever, during the recent pandemic.
Oh, absolutely.
Take someone like Dr. Maimouna Majumder, an infectious disease epidemiologist. She'd spent a decade studying pandemics, preparing for one.
Right, theoretically prepared.
But then this one became intensely personal for her.
It really did. She was facing immense stress, both, professionally and personally, losing colleagues to the illness, even suicide.
It's heavy.
Incredibly heavy, working insane hours, day blurring into night, and then dealing with online threats just for doing her job, for communicating the science.
Wow. So how did she navigate that without just crumbling?
Well, she developed specific strategies consciously. She really focused on her work, finding purpose in the immediate tasks,
Kept her grounded.
Yeah. And she sought out social support group chats with colleagues going through the same thing. That shared understanding was vital.
Connection.
Absolutely. Plus, she made a point, even if it was just 15 minutes a day, to do something for self-care, like painting, something to just disengage and find some calm.
And what's amazing about her story, amidst all that awful stuff, she actually expressed gratitude for the shared experience, the unity in going through it together.
It speaks volumes, doesn't it, about finding light in darkness. It's a powerful example of what psychologists call post-traumatic growth.
Right. That's not just bouncing back.
No, it's emerging stronger, maybe changing how you see yourself or life or your relationships in really positive ways. It just shows our spirit can, well, not just survive, but actually flourish sometimes.
Okay, so if resilience is a skill, something we can build, how do we actually do it? What are the sort of core pillars? We looked at studies, right?
We did. And there are clear strategies. The first pillar is maybe the most foundational. Build a strong social network.
Connection again.
Connection again. But it's more than just having contacts. It's about fostering real vulnerability within those relationships, that sense of shared humanity. It acts as this huge buffer against stress.
Like a protective shield.
Kind of, yeah. There's a big Canadian study, over 1,000 adults early in the COVID lockdowns. It found that strong family and friend networks genuinely protected people from being overwhelmed by stress.
And that led to growth.
It was a major reason why nearly half the people in the study actually reported signs of post-traumatic growth. Things like feeling they'd helped others more, or having a deeper appreciation for life.
Wow. So the takeaway there is suffering alone makes it worse.
It often doubles the suffering, exactly. The research really points to how vital it is to just show up for each other, acknowledge losses, ask real questions, and just listen.
You don't need the perfect words.
No, just be present. That connection itself is the buffer.
Okay, so that's pillar one, strong connections. What's next?
Pillar two, Find moments for optimism and actively reframe negative thoughts.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Even if you're not naturally an optimist.
Especially then. It's a skill you can nurture. Neuroscience actually shows it's possible to become more optimistic. You're basically retraining your brain pathways through practice.
How does that work?
Through reframing.
Exactly. Reframing is that practice of hitting pause when things are tough and deliberately asking yourself, okay, what's one positive thing I can take from this? What can I learn? Even if the situation feels terrible. So it's not about pretending it's not bad.
Not at all. It's about shifting focus, moving from just what went wrong to what can be gained or understood differently. Think about Audrey Anderson, the cancer research coordinator during the pandemic.
Oh, right. Her story was intense.
Yeah, she got reassigned to a COVID plasma trial, working like 80 hours a week, seeing terrible illness, death, sitting with patients who couldn't have visitors, just immense grief and trauma.
Unbelievable.
But somehow she found strength and purpose in helping those people, which, by the way, lines up with studies showing how helping others boosts your own resilience.
That's fascinating. And her positive outlook. Didn't it lead to a big life change?
It really did. This is the compelling part. It led her to start an accelerated nursing program. She actually said, once you see stuff like that, it changes you. It makes you respect life more. It makes you not want to take things for granted.
Wow. That's reframing in action, turning trauma into purpose.
Absolutely. A perfect lead-in to our third pillar. Interrupt the stress cycle and prioritize self-care.
Actively managing stress.
Yes. Actively reducing stress isn't some kind of luxury. It's psychologically protective. It builds up your nervous system's ability to handle shocks later on. It's like building a physiological buffer.
Like having a toolkit ready.
Exactly. A resilience toolkit, your personal go-to activities that genuinely calm you down and lift you up.
So that could be anything.
Pretty much anything that works for you. Maybe it's meditation or just some deep breaths to regulate things. Could be journaling to get emotions out.
Or physical activity. A walk, a workout.
Definitely. The key is having practices you can actually turn to consistently. Things that break that stress cycle and let your mind and body recover.
And there's a long-term benefit too, right? Like an upward spiral.
Yes. Beautifully put. The skills you gain from getting through trauma well, they can create this upward spiral. You handle future challenges better. For instance, research shows veterans with post-traumatic growth, they're less likely to get PTSD from later traumas.
So building resilience now genuinely pays off later.
It fortifies you for the future. It really does.
Okay, so we've got social connection, optimism and reframing, and managing stress. But you mentioned finding joy earlier. How does joy fit into bouncing back from hardship? It feels almost counterintuitive.
It can seem that way, can it? But there's a really powerful ingredient we often overlook. Gratitude.
Gratitude, okay.
Yeah, just that deep appreciation for the good things in life, big or small. It has this amazing symbiotic relationship with resilience. They kind of feed each other, providing inner strength.
Is there science behind that?
Oh, absolutely. It links to the broaden and build theory of positive emotions. It's not just about feeling good.
Right, you said to build resources.
Exactly. Positive emotions literally build psychological resources over time, leading to higher resilience. So when resilient people face stress, they tend to experience more positive emotions alongside the negative ones.
And that helps them rebound.
Yes, and it helps ward off things like depression. It's this dynamic interplay. Positive emotions can even act as a buffer against the negative ones, like psychological armor.
Armor, I like that.
And they're crucial for finding positive meaning in bad situations. It's reciprocal. Finding meaning sparks positive feelings, and positive feelings broaden your thinking, making you more likely to find meaning next time. It's a virtuous cycle.
Like with Sheryl Sandberg's story. After her loss, she used gratitude very intentionally.
She did. Her technique was fascinating, focusing on little accomplishments during those incredibly tough days.
Even making tea.
Even something as simple as making a cup of tea, she'd note these tiny steps, acknowledge them as micro victories, and slowly that built back her self-confidence, her sense of control.
So that daily practice, even for small things, it really adds up.
It profoundly enhances mental health, research shows. Lowers stress, fosters optimism. It can actually shift your whole outlook on life.
And there's data connecting gratitude and resilience directly.
Yes, strong evidence. Studies, particularly with young adults, confirm it. People with higher levels of gratitude show greater resilience when they hit challenges. It suggests that deliberately cultivating gratitude can be a really powerful protective factor for anyone.
Okay, so foster gratitude. Are there any traps to avoid when you're trying to build this resilience, this perspective?
Yeah, a big one is avoiding what psychologists call the 3 Ps that often come with depression or feeling stuck after adversity.
The 3 Ps.
Personalization, blaming yourself for something that wasn't actually your fault. Pervasiveness, believing the negative event poisons every part of your life. And permanence, thinking the bad effects will last forever.
Ah, okay. So avoiding those thought patterns is key.
It really is. They trap you. Avoiding them helps you recover and grow because you stop catastrophizing and seeing yourself as just a permanent victim.
It all comes back to mindset and active response, doesn't it? This whole deep dive seems to show that really tough times, that extreme distress, it can actually be a catalyst.
It can. While it's incredibly painful, it can be a prerequisite for that post-traumatic growth we talked about.
Right.
It's often the shakeup that forces you to fundamentally reassess everything, what truly matters, who you are.
And that leads to a surprising realization for many people.
Yeah.
Right?
A really powerful one. You often hear people say something like, I discovered I'm more vulnerable than I thought, but I'm also so much stronger than I ever imagined.
Yeah.
And that applies across the board. Combat vets, people facing serious illness, survivors of natural disasters. The adversity somehow illuminates this hidden inner strength.
So bringing this all together for you, our listener, what's the bottom line?
I think it's this. It's not the challenge itself that defines the outcome. It's how you respond to that challenge. That's what makes all the difference in your ability to recover, to grow, and ultimately, to find joy again.
Right. Resilience isn't fixed. It's not something you just have or don't have.
Exactly. It's dynamic. A skill set you can actively build and strengthen through those pillars we discussed. Deliberately building strong connections.
Nurturing optimism, reframing.
Prioritizing self-care like it's vital because it is. And woven through all of it, integrating gratitude into your daily life.
Maybe the biggest shift is realizing that joy isn't just the destination after the storm.
Precisely. It's something you can find and cultivate within the journey itself, within the growth, within the process of bouncing back stronger. It's about appreciating life's gifts, maybe the unexpected ones, even when things are really hard.
Especially then, perhaps.
Perhaps, especially then. So, as you think about all this, maybe consider this question. What small, perhaps surprising moment of gratitude can you spot in your day-to-day? That little moment might just be a hidden seed. A seed for immense future strength and maybe even unexpected joy.
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of resilience and the really surprising power of gratitude.